Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Fitbit Versa 4. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you could stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly, and so you can help the channel grow. And if you guys are looking to see an unboxing of this smartwatch, I've already done that for you, and you can find that at the top right or in the description below when you're done watching this. So I currently have this in the color Copper Rose. We have a copper casing and a rose colored band. And the current prices as of recording are $299.99 Canadian and $229.99 American. So now I'm going to go into the major spec highlights about this watch so you can get an idea about what it can do. So this watch has a AMOLED color display. It has touchscreen operation. It has an optional always-on display, a battery life up to 6 days. It has sleep tracking, 24-hour heart rate monitoring with high and low heart rate alerts. It has Alexa voice assistant. It tracks a variety of workouts such as running, swimming, and yoga. It tracks a variety of daily metrics like your calories burned, your steps, your distance walked. It also has built-in GPS. It has Fitbit Pay. You can view and reply to smartphone notifications, and I've listed some more things for you on screen. Now, these are not all of the specs about this watch, but these are the most important, I think. So one thing I really like about Fitbit is that we do get hourly step reminders or your goal reminders for meeting steps. And I like that because often, you can be sitting for a while and then an hour has passed and you're like, oh, I didn't really walk. I was just, watching a video or doing something. So I like getting those hourly reminders that just get you up and going, get you stepping so you can get that $2.50 an hour. All right, guys, so this is what it looks like on me. And I do have a 7-inch wrist. And I'm currently wearing the large band here. This does fit a variety of wrist sizes, and I have all the wrist sizes it can fit for you guys on screen. So to change the band, you're just gonna kind of pull in this little part right here. And then you pull the band out. And then you take the other band, this is a small one, and you just push it in until you hear a click. And this is the small band on me. So on the small band, I'm all the way kind of to the second hole at the bottom here. So when it comes to wearing the Versa 4, I am finding it pretty comfortable to wear. I haven't had any issues with irritation, and I do think it looks quite nice on as well. I'm personally finding it just a little bit big on me, on my wrist personally, but you guys might think different. You might find it too big, too small, or you might think it's just right for you. So as I told you, we do have an AMOLED display here. Right now I actually have it on dim brightness, but you can actually go ahead and turn it up if you want to. So this is dim, normal, and max. And I'll do it once again with the lights off, hopefully so you guys can see it a little bit easier. So max, dim, normal. So those are the different brightness settings, and I am able to keep it on dim all the time, whether I'm indoors and outdoors, and read it clearly myself, but you do have the option to pump it up if you want to. And one thing about this display is that it is quite reflective, as you guys can see. If you're not looking at it spot on, there is definitely a lot of reflection here. This is what it looks like outdoors under some natural lighting. So I was able to catch it kind of at an overcast day over here and at a sunny day as well. And I did find it easy to read outside in both situations. So if you're someone who's going to be using this outdoors for, GPS activities or just outdoors in general, I don't think you're going to have a problem reading it, but you might need to pump up the brightness depending on your preferences. All right, guys, so now I'm going to show you the basics of how to use this smartwatch. So the first thing you're going to want to do is turn on the display. Once again, if you want to, you can turn on the optional always on display, and you can do that right here with that button. But as a warning, if you do turn on the always on display, your battery life goes down drastically. I'm talking, I couldn't even get a full day. So to turn on the display, you can go ahead and tap it. You can also go ahead and press the button to turn on the display. And if you have the screen wake function turned on, you can turn it towards your wrist, and the screen will light up. So once you do have the display on, you can go ahead and swipe up to see any of your notifications. If you do have some, you can reply to them there. You can either send a pre-made response, or you can, if you have an Android phone, you can do a spoken response using Alexa, your voice assistant. Next, you can swipe down. And when you do swipe down, you can see shortcut menu here, so you can just turn on quick things like do not disturb, you can change your brightness settings, and more. And once you do click on the settings menu, you have options to do a lot more when you want to change things on the watch as well. Pressing this button can send you back. Also, swiping right can send you back as well. If I do swipe to the right from the home page, we are going to see our apps. And from the home page, if I swipe left, you're also going to see your apps as well. And if you do want to go ahead and click on one, you can go ahead and open it up and see some more information about it. And finally, if you go ahead and hold this button here, you can open up your shortcut. So for me, that's alarms, but you can set it to a variety of things, like you can set it to your voice assistant. And that's it, guys. That's the basics of how to use this watch here. It is pretty straightforward, and it's a nice clean layout so you can find things pretty easily when you need to. So I'm going to show you guys some watch face options for this watch. So if you head over to the gallery section on the Fitbit app, you can go ahead and see a variety of watch face options. Depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for something more analog or digital, if you're looking for a lot of data, something basic, you can choose a variety of options here. There's at least been 50 that I have counted, swiping through and kind of looking at all the options there. And there are free and paid options as well. Alright guys, so when it comes to battery life for this smartwatch, it does have a quoted battery life up to 6 days. But with my uses, things like GPS walks, runs, daily alarms, timers, and more, I have gotten 4 days of battery life with this watch. So for me, that's okay. You only really have to charge it like once a week, maybe once or twice, depending on if you're a heavy user or not. And I think that could fit well into a lot of people's lifestyles. I will say that when it does come to charging this, it does charge very fast. So within just 12 minutes of charging, you can get up to a full days of use. And it does charge from 0 to full within about 2 hours. If you're someone wondering about the optional always on display, you do have that available to you, but when I used it, I wasn't even able to get a full day. I got about 16 hours and then it died on me. So for me, that's personally not something I would use often because I don't want to charge my watch every single day. So when it comes to sleep tracking on this watch, I found it to be pretty accurate. And to get any sleep data, you do have to sync your smartwatch to your phone in the mornings, and then your phone processes your sleep and then sends it to your watch. So you can see the hours you were sleeping, your sleep score. And I did also have it tracking my oxygen saturation during sleep as well. So that's basically all you could see on the watch here. If you do go into the Fitbit app, you are able to see more information. So this is that same data, but on my phone, so we can see your sleep stages here. Alright guys, so now we're talking about the GPS performance. So I've used this to go on some outdoor walks and runs, and the GPS connection has been really good. It hasn't dropped, it's been just reliable. I will say one thing I don't like about it is that it's a bit slow to connect to the GPS once you get outside. It takes about 2 to 4 minutes for the smartwatch to connect to the GPS, and it's something I don't love because you kind of have to wait there for your watch to track your location, so you're missing out on some data initially at the start of your workout. But once you kind of like look back at the data, it's been pretty spot on for me. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
So Alexa does give you spoken responses. You can choose to turn it off if you just want to see visual responses. Alexa can be a helpful tool if you are someone who likes to use, voice assistants to do things like set timers. You can use it to kind of turn on and off smart devices in your house that are connected to Alexa. So that can be helpful if you're someone who has those devices. Call home.
Calling with Alexa is not supported on this device. You can use the Alexa app instead.
So that's just an example of something you can't do with Alexa that I want to let you guys know. So when it comes to activity tracking on this watch, I am finding it pretty accurate. When it comes to your steps or your heart rate, all of that stuff, I have been finding it to be pretty accurate. One thing I'm liking about this is that it's not overestimating my steps, because sometimes if you are doing things like moving your arms, talking to someone, like, I don't know, doing some type of motions, this isn't really tracking those things as steps. So I am liking that because I'm getting, an accurate number of steps here. And that's an improvement I have seen over the past, because I did find on some other Fitbit watches I've used in the past, they did overestimate my steps. So if you guys are looking to do a workout, there's a variety of different options you can choose from. And you can go ahead and add extra options in the app as well. And I'm going to show you guys all the exercises available. We do have a variety of options. So talking about cons here, one con for me is that when I am doing GPS activities, I like to do intervals, so like running and walking, for example. And if I am doing intervals, I find that the pace that the smartwatch is showing during my GPS, runs it does take some time for it to adjust and pick up on your speed change. Another major con for me is that there is no music functionality on this smartwatch. For this price point, I think we should definitely have music options on here. The Versa 1, you were able to download your own music on it, which was awesome, and I took full advantage of that. And then going forward, the Versa 2, 3, 4, you can't do that anymore. And for this one, what's even worse is that you don't have the option to use Deezer, you don't have the option to use Spotify. It's just no music functionality whatsoever. And I don't know why Fitbit made that choice, but for me, that's something I don't like because I love to be able to listen phone free, just using my smartwatch and some Bluetooth headphones, but you can't do that on this watch. Another thing I don't like is that there is no women's health app available for the Versa. I'm hoping Fitbit does change that soon. We do have women's health on the app, which is nice, but I would have liked to see, you know, some options for logging daily symptoms and stuff on your watch as well. And all right, guys, considering the price, the quality, the color, functionality, the battery life, the performance, ease of use of this smartwatch, the comfort, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this a 7.9 out of 10. And I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are looking to get the Fitbit Versa 4 here, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And if you guys are interested in the Fitbit Versa 3, if you're kind of comparing the two, I've done a full review on the Fitbit Versa 3, which you can find at the top right or in the description below. In terms of speed, design, everything like that, I'm not finding a huge difference here. And honestly, using both of them, I do prefer the Versa 3 for a couple of reasons, such as it does have some music functionality. I do prefer the design as well. And I like the price, guys. It's a lot lower than the Versa 4. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.